All right, we decided to come out to Rio Rancho. We were driving around trying to find some new builds for you to be able to take a look at, and we stumbled across Westway. Now, Westway is a local builder and they offer some crazy builds. This house in particular is like fully loaded. It has everything you could possibly add to this house, and believe it or not, it's a multi-generational house. So we're gonna bring it to you first here on our YouTube channel, so come and take a walk with us. All right, now as we walk through this house, of course, it's the model house, and the cool thing about Westway is that they allow you to come and do self-guided tours, so you don't need anybody here to come and walk you through the whole thing. They'll give you a call and give you all the details just in case if you are looking for it. And this house right here starts in the low 600s just because it has everything like upgraded. In this community here out in Rio Rancho by Los Diamantes, the homes start in the low 500s just for their spec home. But let's take a look inside to see what they got. This space right here, I know it's kind of echoey, so I apologize, but it gives you a bit of a grand entrance, a bit of an elevated feel. And we're not going into the bedrooms right away because we're gonna come over here because if I quit running into the walls, this house has so many bathrooms I couldn't even keep track. Like this first powder bathroom is so big that I don't even know if I would consider this like a tiny powder bath. I would consider it more or less like of a half bath just because of the size of it. Then you got the washroom where the washer and dryer go. Again, oversized. They got these plastered walls that give this nice luxury look and feel. Massive doors with the cool finishes. Sorry, my hands are in my pocket because it's cold outside, and if the camera's shaking, it's because my daughter is cold because she didn't bring a jacket. So let's come over here and take a look at, I guess, the guest part of the house. Like, I don't know, what would you call this, Bug? Like mother-in-law quarters. Got its own separate living room. I'm assuming that if you wanted to, you can possibly put like a little kitchenette in here down the road, or maybe ask if Westway can actually build a kitchenette in here for you. This bedroom is decently sized. It's not the biggest one in the house, but it still gives you enough room to be able to put somebody in here just very comfortably with a queen size bed. Nice little walk-in closet, I believe. Let's take a look. Yeah, pretty walk-in. Raised ceiling, so the closet feels bigger than it actually is. Sorry, I had to take a look in there. I didn't know what was actually in there. I was kind of scared. Bathroom for this part of the house, this wing is a tub shower. You got tile covering up that whole bathroom there. Granite countertops with a little bit of a backsplash, super cool. These ceilings, I think they're about 10-foot ceilings, so this room actually feels a lot bigger than it is. This bedroom off to the left from that guest part of the house is about the same size as that other one. Now you can very comfortably fit about a twin size bed in here, a queen size bed with a little table right next to it. This is actually pretty cool. It's a Jack and Jill bathroom, so I don't know if you got kiddos or you got extra family members who are always fighting over the sinks, but the sinks are separated, so it gives them each their own space. The tub, shower combo with the bathroom is separated by a door, so plenty of people could come and use this space without having to fight over it. This bedroom's about the same size as the last one, and of course you gotta make sure that the closet's still walkable. Like, I don't know. I feel like having a closet that you can actually walk into and put a bunch of stuff in there just makes sense, right? So that's this side of the house, but before we go and tour like the living area, which is massive and like super cool because they got all these dope finishes in here. Hey, I wanted to hop in real quick just to interrupt the video to remind you that if this is your first time tuning into the Living in Albuquerque channel, welcome. My name is Eli. Go ahead and hit that subscribe and notification bell down at the bottom, right, somewhere along here. That way you never miss out on any videos, because I am dropping videos every week talking about what Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, Los Lunas, and all these other great cities in New Mexico and what they have to offer. So if you are interested in that, go ahead and hit that button down below. Now, if you are ready to move down here within the next 6 to 12 months, I'd love to also help you out, because as much as I love doing these videos, as a licensed broker, I love to help you find that next place to call home down here in the Southwest. And that number popping up on the screen here is my direct line. Feel free to call or text me at any time. I'm super excited to talk to all of you every time that you hit me up, because I'm excited that you're interested in moving down here, and I can't wait to chat with you. But if you're not ready and you just kind of want to get a feel, you want to get an idea, I also created a free relocation guide for you. And down below is a link where you can download that guide. Go ahead and hit that link. Call or text me at any time. That's enough of me blabbering off. Let's get back into this home tour. All right. My daughter was just telling me that when I disappeared into that closet, she thought I was gonna go back around to the other side of the house, and I actually dipped into the closet real quick, so she had to run back to film me. But The living space here, I think, is actually awesome and it makes sense. And the thing that I caught attention to right away was this island. It has the waterfall feature that, I don't know, it just gives like this luxury feel. When you're walking through some of these houses and spec homes, you can tell like the attention to detail, and Westway just does an awesome job. Like, who would have thought of putting like a coffee bar here? And the thermostat's right here. So, you know, get up early in the morning, make your coffee, and you notice that the house is cold and you want it warmed up, you just turn it right away. Walk-in pantry, like every little nook and cranny in this house is like walkable. I don't know if that's appealing to you. It is to me, because I hate being in a space and I have to do like this whole thing. Like I'm in there like doing this, you know? I don't know, just makes sense to me. But most of these houses here are built to be like quote unquote green. So you're gonna have like electric stoves. You're gonna have windows that are like sealed to the brim to where you can't even get no dirt, no air, no nothing in here. These high cabinets, counters and cabinets are two different things. These high cabinets just offer a ton of space for all your cups, bowls, and all that stuff. This is definitely a double oven thing. The last house we went to, they actually had a microwave. Oh, this is a microwave. Check that out. I guess I'm wrong again. That's fancy. Coming to this primary bedroom, this is what really caught my attention. It's massive, it's huge. They got a full-on sofa here and a ton of extra space with these massive windows that just bring in a ton of natural light into the house. So I don't know, I feel like I'd spend a lot more time in my primary bedroom if it had like this much space and these type of windows, just because, man, it feels good in here. I'm not a big tub fan, but this actually makes it feel like you're Scarface. Like I can just see myself hanging out here, bottle of wine, you know, hanging out, just doing my damn thing. And then this walk-in shower that is seamless. Check this out. It's not as cool as the last one where we actually got to sit in the waiting room of the shower. Still enough room here to be able to, you know, get all cleaned up. Come over to the right over here to this massive closet area that just has this cool little space here for your shoes, racks and all that stuff for your coats, shirts, pants, whatever you want to put in here, right? And again, I would take up about 80% of the closet just because I have a ton of stuff. Cool double sink feature here with the marble countertops, granite. I gotta learn the difference between marble and granite because I keep getting them confused. It's a pretty cool house, right? Now, living out here on the cusp of Rio Rancho in Albuquerque provides a ton of benefits. Now, you are gonna have the convenience of being super close to Albuquerque and all the different shopping centers and restaurants and all that stuff here in the Cottonwood area. And then you are also gonna have all the new developments that they're building right down the road from here. They have like a Slim Chickens, a Matucci's, which is an Italian restaurant that is local here to Albuquerque. And then you're also gonna have Whataburger and the Dutch Bros and all that stuff down the street from here. Now, a couple other things that you wanna keep in mind is that for the community aspect, they do have an elementary school down the road from here. And then you are also gonna be super close to Volcano Vista. And you are gonna have a ton of parks everywhere. You are gonna have the Cabazon Park, which has its own community center. I'm sure they're building a park here in this community as well. And then you are also gonna have a park above, which is an all-inclusive park that has a bunch of different amenities, a splash pad, dog park, basketball courts, and you know, everything that you could want just to make sure that the kiddos get tired and you can bring them home and put them straight to bed. If living out here in Rio Rancho is something that you're looking forward to, because I know a lot of people are, we've been getting a lot of attention from everybody moving all across the United States down here to Rio Rancho. This area is gonna be perfect, especially if you don't wanna live on the outskirts like Mariposa or Mount Hawk Estates. A lot of the developments out here have made the roadways a lot more feasible, and you're not gonna be dealing with a ton of dirt roads and single one-ways like we talked about in the past. Sometimes I feel like we're running through these houses super fast that we miss a couple things. I think we actually miss this dining area that actually makes sense. You come to some of these houses and the dining area is like its own like dedicated space. Here it's integrated seamlessly into this living kitchen combo area that it's not gonna feel like you're at a place or on a separate part of the house. But this outside living space is pretty cool. They got this massive door, and of course, they can do all this stuff for you guys. If you're wanting an outdoor kitchen, this fireplace, they can do that for you, right? Because they're a semi-custom builder. If you want different features on the house, they can actually do that for you. Now, I know that some of these houses, they will actually sell the furniture with them. She said that the furniture on the inside didn't come with the house, but I think the patio furniture did. So if you're interested in that, you wanna save some money up front, on expensive patio furniture, because I know how expensive patio furniture is, because we're constantly looking for different ones, and we actually just got lucky and scooped one up for very cheap. We actually traded my parents for theirs. The living space out here, it's pretty decent. With the concrete pad and the extra features, it actually eats most of the yard, but it doesn't feel super reduced because you got this awesome side yard access that you can totally use, and all depending on the HOA and the covenants here, I'm not too sure what they are. I'm sure that you'd be able to park like an RV or something on the side of this house here, but we'd have to get with Westway to make sure that you're actually allowable to do so. So there's the backyard, covered patio, outdoor kitchen with the awesome seating area. This house is super chill. It gives all the vibes, and it actually makes sense on the way that they built it. So if you're interested, let us know. Now, we will be doing more video tours on Westway because they gave us the go-ahead to be able to do some of their other models that they have in this neighborhood. So make sure that you stick around for that. And remember, if you want to learn more about moving to Rio Rancho, living out in Albuquerque, or anywhere in New Mexico, and you are ready to pull that trigger, don't forget to hit that subscribe and notification bell down at the bottom. And two, since we're licensed brokers here in the state of New Mexico, our team would love to help you out with that relocation. So that number popping up in the screen is my direct line. I am the one that answers all the calls, texts, and emails, and I'd love to chat with you to help that move a lot easier and a lot more streamlined. So if you're ready, hit us up. I'd love to help, but we got to get going. We're cutting time short here. We got to make sure that we don't hit all the traffic going back into Albuquerque, because we live pretty far from here. It's about a 30 to 45 minute drive in traffic. So we want to make sure we can get home in time for dinner. So we'll catch you guys on the next video. Have a good weekend. Peace.